Hello everyone, you made it to the last lesson of this absolute beginner course, and for this video I'll be showing you how to actually read a written PDF crochet pattern. For this example, I'll be using my jellyfish keychain pattern. It's actually available on YouTube right now as just a video, but if you want the written PDF, I have it in my online store, or if you want to get it for free, just subscribe to my newsletter for free and you'll be able to find it in the website. I'm not going to go through the entire pattern because I trust that you guys can complete it on your own, but I will be going through like the first half just to get you started on how to actually read the different abbreviations. So this is an example of what my patterns look like. I put the level, how long it's going to take, the supplies you'll need, and this part is a very important section called the stitches used or their abbreviations. All of these you should know how to make because it's just slip stitch, stitches, chain, increase, single crochet, decrease, and magic circle, which we have all covered from lessons 1 through 7. So to begin, we're gonna start on the body. If you ever don't know what a specific abbreviation is, all you have to do is look at the stitches used or abbreviations at the top right of the pattern. How I write my patterns is I obviously put the rows, and then at the very end in parentheses, this is the amount of stitches that should be in each row, so that after each row you can count how many you've made and you can double check whether you are doing things correctly or not. Now I'm just gonna go through making the body with you guys, but you can complete this all on your own, either through the video tutorial or the written tutorial. So the first step is actually they're asking us to put 6 SC in MC. That means 6 single crochets in a magic circle, and in parentheses it says 6. So we've actually gone through this already. We first make a magic circle, chain 1, flip this around, and you're going to put 6 SC or single crochets inside of the MC, which is the magic circle. The pattern doesn't specifically say that you have to do a slip stitch and a chain 1 to start the next row or to use a stitch marker, because you can actually do whatever you want. You can just continue the next row without closing the first row. You can put a stitch marker so that you know where to start. But what I always do is just a slip stitch and chain 1 so that I don't have to use a stitch marker. For row number 2, what does it say? It says increase times 6 and 12 in the parentheses, which means you just have to increase for each stitch, which is 6, and then you should have 12 stitches at the end. So just increase on the next one. I just finished row 2. Now row 3 says in parentheses 1 SC comma increase parentheses times 6 and 18. That means we're gonna do 1 single crochet and then an increase and do that pattern 6 times. So the first thing is to single crochet here. On the next stitch is an increase, and it's asking us to repeat these two things over and over again until you can do it 6 times. So first single crochet and then an increase, and at the end of this row you need to end up with 18 stitches overall to know that you did it correctly. Let's check if I have 18 stitches. This is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18. So I have double checked and I can start on the next row. For the next row, actually, it's asking us to do 2 single crochets and then an increase and repeat that 6 times as well. So that means you first make 1 single crochet here. On the next one, you do another single crochet, and on the next one, you do an increase. And you're going to repeat this pattern 6 times. Single crochet, and then a single crochet, and then an increase. And you should end up with 24 stitches overall. Now, the next rows, which is rows 5 to 7, says SC all around and in brackets 24. That just means in rows 5, 6, and 7, so 3 rows total, we're just being asked to single crochet all the way around, which is 24 stitches, and do that for all 3 rows. That's just what SC all around means. Okay, so I've just finished row 7 like this. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, and as you can see, my jellyfish is actually starting to form. Now the next row number 8, is asking us to 1 single crochet and then decrease, and do that 8 times, and you should have 16 stitches at the end. Let me show you how to do that. So the first thing to do is a single crochet like normal. Now on the next 2, you're gonna decrease this. Okay, I'm gonna use the invisible decrease, so this will be a review for those who already know how to do it. Just using the front loop, yarn over, pull through these 2, and then yarn over, pull through the last 2. Then I'm going to repeat that, so single crochet and then a decrease again. So it's asking us to repeat this 8 times, this entire pattern 8 times, and make sure to count at the end that you have 16 stitches overall. Okay, so I just finished that row, and you can probably notice that my jellyfish was getting bigger and then suddenly it went down like this because it's starting to cinch close due to the decreases, right? So it's finally taking the proper shape. Okay, now for row number 9. Now, first of all, it's asking us to do something 16 times because you see the times 16. Let's go through it slowly. So the first thing it's asking us to do is to chain 3. That's pretty straightforward. Yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through. That's a chain 3. The next thing is to slip stitch into the next stitch. So this was the stitch we were on. We're going to go to the next one right here. So just a normal slip stitch, yarn over, pull through the stitch, and then pull through the loop on your hook. Okay, that's one. And we're apparently supposed to do this 16 times. So 1, 2, 3, go to the next stitch, slip stitch. Okay, so you can probably notice there's going to be like the little frills on the jellyfish. You just have to repeat it 16 times. So this is what the 16 little frills should look like. And the next step is asking us to cut the yarn and leave a long tail for sewing. So I cut it, but I left a really long tail and I pull this all the way up. And there you have it. So at this point, you should, have gotten the hang of how to read a crochet pattern. And I'm sure you guys can do the rest on your own. You just have to make the bottom part and then the tentacles at the bottom and assemble them all together. So I hope that you guys were able to learn how to read a crochet pattern as well as, how to do the basic stitches from the previous 7 lessons. I hope that this course was very helpful for you all. I hope that you were able to start crocheting and become more confident in doing stitches such as half double crochets and even color changing. I'm so happy that you guys decided to learn how to crochet, and I'm also really thankful that I was able to be part of that learning journey. Please let me know in the comments if this course was helpful for you. If you have any questions, also put them down in the comments. I will be looking at them very often and answering any of your concerns. Thank you guys for your support on this absolute beginner crochet course. I really hope that it was helpful, and I'll see you all in my next video.